everybody. How are you? Good morning to you. Hope you're having a great day today. It's kind of overcast today here in Oregon. It was kind of rainy yesterday, and I got a lot of catching up to do, don't I? Because it's been a minute since I've done a foodie beauty reaction. I've kept an eye on Chantal's content, and there really isn't much to talk about. Despite all the lives and all the videos she's done, there really isn't much to talk about. She's holed up in her room. She's eating a bunch of food. She barely goes out. Her staying in her room and doing her life, she really doesn't talk about much beyond how sick she is and the food she's eating. And it's just really nothing much to report. But I decided to do a react to Chantal today, because I've heard that some things have happened, namely the fact that Chantal cannot control her bowels. She keeps having accidents in Thailand. Now, what's funny about that is anybody who was around for Crackhead Olympics, those of you that have been around and watching Chantal that far back, you will remember what I remember. You will remember all the times that her losing control of her bowels, that was a regular thing with her. She did it once over at Natter's place. She did it many times in her own house. And she was never sick when these things happened. It's just that Chantal, back at the Canadian Villa, she was into doing massive amounts of edibles. Yes, she was. And eating massive amounts of food because of the edibles and her problem with food. And she just kept losing control of her bowels. Excuse me. So isn't it funny that she's in Thailand and she claims to be sick, although she's not sure what she's sick with? Pardon me. Pardon me. I am so sorry. She doesn't know what she's sick with. It could be a cold virus. It could be a flu virus. She could have pneumonia for all she knows, or for all we know. I mean, she has mentioned that she's had it before. So it could be any number of things. But it could also be contributed to her massive amounts of edibles and food, and the fact she's just not giving her digestive system a break. So the recent incidents that I've heard about, she had an accident in the movie theater when she went to go see the movie at the mall. And she had another one back in her room. She was doing a live stream and she messed herself. And when she messed herself in her room, did she excuse herself and go take a shower and put on clean clothes? No, she sat there for an entire minute and didn't do anything. And when she came back, she didn't have fresh clothes on. So yeah, filthy, disgusting, and nasty. But that is what Chantal does best. I would like to offer up some thoughts about that and just take them with a grain of salt if you'd like. I think, is Chantal having accidents because of the massive amounts of food? Yes. But in the past, Chantal has catered to different fetish groups on her channel. On first glance, her channel just looks like any other ordinary YouTube channel where she's just online eating a bunch of food and having people gather to her and talk to her while she's eating. But if you look deeper, if you look much deeper, in the past, she has catered to many different fetish groups. She's done the flashing on her channel for those who are into flashing, exhibitionism, BDSM. With the feeders, she's catered to the immobilizers and the gainers. And there are people out there that are into the poo fetish. And so she might be catering to that group right now. With all this talk about poo and having an accident, they love hearing about things like that. So is that what's going on, Chantal? Like you are searching out different fetish groups that you can cater to on your channel, and you're hoping maybe that they reach out to you privately and they'll pay you for fetish content? I'm just wondering. I'm just asking questions. Also, before I get into this react, because we're going to combine different things. Since Chantal's being boring on her regular live streams, and I saw that one was over 7 hours long, and it was boring for the most part. I want to let y'all know, like I've made mention on my channel, that I'm going to be moving in 6 months to New Mexico. Well, guess what? It's going to happen a lot sooner than later. As a matter of fact, I will probably be in New Mexico by Monday or Tuesday of next week. So it's going to happen a lot sooner. So if I disappear for a couple of days because the drive back is going to take at least 2 days, then you'll know why. Because I'm on my way to New Mexico and I'm looking forward to my new life in New Mexico. I just can't wait. It's going to be good, y'all. It's going to be real good. I'm going to be in a new environment, have everything set up, nice, clean environment, living in a beautiful house with friends, and it's going to be fantastic. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to have a good time with y'all. I can't wait. I'm excited. Oregon is beautiful, but it's hard living out here, and I'm about to make my life a lot easier. So, yeah. We're going to New Mexico. Yay. So just want to give you guys that bit of news. Now, where should we go first? Because I've got different tabs open. All right. All right. How about we do this? First, let's start with a little blast from the past. Hold on. I'm clicking on the wrong doggone thing. Dang it. Sorry. Where's my head right now? Okay. Let's see. We're going to start with a blast from the past. Let me give you some context on this one. This was a clip that was done when she was living back at the Canadian villa with Pete's. She was doing a live stream and she was playing a video game and she pooped herself. And she was not sick. She was not sick. She was fine. She just, all the overeating, all the edibles and whatnot just caused it to happen. So I would like to share this clip courtesy of the channel called Flow. And I will leave a link for the original video in the video description down below if you want to check out Flow. But I'm just going to give some context to show you that her pooping herself has nothing to do with her being sick. This is something that's been going on for the longest. When she puts her eating into overdrive and when she does the edibles and she does too much, it tends to happen. It tends to happen a lot. So just for context, we're going to play this clip first. Okay, let's go. So it looks like she's playing like Mario Kart or something.
Oh, everybody.
9 people so far.
Misha. I see Mega Barilla. Ramona.
Yeah, she was inviting her Beezers to be part of the game with her, and so they were.
Coca-Cola. Bishop. Hi, everybody. Who's this? Who's a blonde? Oh, is it Liz Zombie? Sorry about that. Oh, it's Cookie.
You scared Sam.
So there she goes. Like, I guess what she just did was she farted. Sound like she just farted. And you know what? Usually if you have an accident, sometimes it can sneak up on you, but most of the time you get a warning. And like, you know, when your bowel's about ready to explode, you get that. You just know. You just know that you got 5 minutes to run to that bathroom or find a bathroom before it lets go. So it feels like, you know, like that was a warning fart. That warning fart of like, things are not settled down here. You better find a bathroom quick.
I'm using foot controls. I used to control. Who's this one in the green? Oh my god. Andreas. Oh god, I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh my god. This is not good.
Yeah, see, I told you there was that warning fart. That's your bowels like everything's bubbling and trying to release pressure. And that was the warning. You better get to a bathroom. And she did not move. She literally sat there and waited for it to happen.
Yeah, that didn't sound good.
Hold on.
Yeah, and she she's literally sat there and pooped her pants. And Chantal has this weird infatuation with bodily functions and bodily smells and body odors. And, she'll scratch her butt cheeks and like smell her fingers. She'll pick her ears and smell that too, or even taste it. I mean, I'm sorry to gross y'all out. It's early in the morning. I apologize, but I'm just letting you know. This woman has a weird fascination for the weird and for the gross and the smelly. And nothing gives her more joy than pooping or peeing or passing gas. I mean, she thinks it's the funniest joke in the world.
Chat to your people while you're...
Don't let them go off here.
Yeah. Hi, people.
Oh.
Hi, people. It's me talking now.
Now listen to her. She's giggling like a maniac.
Catalicious says she can smell that all the way to Los Angeles. Amelia says bad day to have ears. Liz Zombie wanted to make sure he made it to the toilet.
That's why we have a brown couch.
Chantel says that's why we have a brown couch.
Genius.
So like all of this messing her pants thing started way before Kuwait. You guys can see right here, like just for context and just for timestamps here. Flo posted this 3 years ago. This was at the Canadian Villa. This was when she lived with Pete. This when she was still seeing Natter. She was doing heavy amounts of edibles and whatever else. She was eating lots of food. So it has nothing to do with her being sick or having the flu or the vid or anything else. It's just that she's not good to her body at all. She stresses her body out and her body responds.
That will be in my nightmares. That was definitely a pants warmer. Check the wall behind her.
So that's the video from Flo, and thank you, Flo. Really appreciate that. I will leave a link for the original video in the video description. So now we're going to go forward with a video from GORL Gone Wild, and this was posted 21 hours ago. And again, I will leave a link in the description for this channel. Okay. And this has to do with the current situation. All right. So please take it away, Girl Gone Wild. And I looked at this video, and from what I heard, this happened in like after a couple of hours into the live stream. That's when this happened. But let's hear what Girl Gone Wild has to say.
I'm not even exaggerating. I woke up to a nearly 8-hour live stream from Foodie Beauty last night, and at about the halfway mark, she craps herself. She craps her pants. But oh boy, does it get so much worse than that. Let's go ahead and watch it together, shall we?
Yeah, I was gonna put my phone here, but then I'm like, no. See, the humidity makes me like, oh no.
Oh no, she says. That is the sound of Chantel crapping her pants. So you better go wash up, right? You better go get in the shower right away, right?
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, Girl Gone Wild, but her having so many accidents. Let's see, let's recap. She had an accident in the movie theater. Now, I could see if you get sick, it may sneak up on you just out of nowhere, at no warning. That can happen. But she was in a movie theater. Movie theaters have bathrooms. If you know that you're prone to accidents, wouldn't you try to go to the bathroom before the movie starts just to make sure that you don't have one while you're in the movie theater? Or if you start to feel that bubbling effect in your bowels, get up from your chair and hurry to the bathroom as fast as you can. Foodie doesn't do that. She just sits there and messes herself. And you have to feel incredibly bad for the lovely people of Thailand that she messes herself. And then the next person that has to sit in that seat, you have to wonder if there was any mess on that seat that they sat in and they came in contact with her bodily fluids and body waste. Or feel sorry for the person that had to clean it up, because that's just gross and disgusting. And here she is in her room. Again, the bathroom is in your room. You're in a private space. Bathroom's not far away. So what's going on with this accident happening? Now, I have heard something. And before we go any further, I'm going to check it out. 1 second, please. I have heard okay, so I'm gonna stop the video for just a minute. Like we're putting in a whole bunch of tidbits, y'all. I just want to show this to you because I found this really, really interesting. Okay, so we just did a search. Sometimes people with diabetes-related diarrhea also experience fecal bowl incontinence, especially at night. That's because nerve damage, neuropathy due to diabetes affects the anal sphincter. The anal sphincter is the muscle that opens and closes to allow poop to exit your body. So it's not just her potentially losing a finger or a leg or a foot, you know. If she's got neuropathy affecting that area, that might be why she's losing control of her bowels. Like she was just talking to the camera a minute ago and she just coughed and said, "Oh no." It sounds like the muscles and the nerves around that area might be weaker than they should be. So I just want to show that to you guys. I think, just for educational purposes, because I saw something about this on Twitter. I'm like, I never knew, like I don't have diabetes. I did not know diabetes could affect the body that way. But let's go back to the live stream the video courtesy of Girl Gone Wild, and listen to what Girl Gone Wild has to say.
Right? But oh no, not Chantal. She continues talking to the chat for nearly a full minute.
That's gross. So she messed herself and she didn't immediately stop and go clean up. She sat there for a good ew, just ew, gross.
Gut bacteria? I thought it was a hormone. What was the oh no for? Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. Notice that baby voice just jumped right out. Nothing. Nothing happened. Chantal, people that watch you, whether it's the girl world side, whether it's the Beezers, we know you better than you know yourself. That's why it makes no sense to lie. We know you better than you know yourself. We know your tells. You said, oh no, and then you got quiet. Why not just say, I got to go to the bathroom for a minute. I have to excuse myself. Then go clean yourself up. I mean, don't be gross. Don't sit there covered in poo and then wander around the room spreading it everywhere, you gross, disgusting creature.
Oh my gosh, I can't with her. Someone asked in the chat, what was the oh no for? Oh, nothing. She's actually going to try to be cutesy about having diarrhea all over her legs right now.
Is it wavy or is it just me? I'll be right back.
Okay, so yeah, almost a full minute after she says, oh no, she says, I'll be right back. So she has finally decided to go use the bathroom. But oh, it just keeps on getting better from here. Okay, so she has put the chat on mute. She's walking back inside the hotel room, looking as beautiful as ever, smiling ear to ear, because
I'm going to the bathroom.
it's just adorable when that happens. You know, sometimes you just can't help shitting yourself on live stream and continuing to talk through it for a full minute. But how long do you think this process would take to clean yourself up? I don't know. I can't speak from experience because I've never crapped my pants as an adult. But I would imagine you would be desperate to get inside the shower and to get a fresh, clean pair of clothes on, but not our girl, not our girl.
Nope.
She's inside this bathroom for about 2 minutes and comes out wearing the same exact clothes and can't wait to get into detail about her little accident.
Yeah, I would think that if you messed yourself that you would come back on camera with some fresh clothes on, but she's wearing the exact same thing she had on. And she's sitting down on the bed. She's sitting down on the bed, y'all. So all of those fecal germs are all over the bed. Girl, what is wrong with you? You know what, Chantal? At this point, just find a pig pen and crawl into it and feel at home. You want to be feral? You want to act like a barnyard beast? Just find a pig pen and wallow in the mud and have fun.
I cannot go anywhere with this flu.
It's not the flu, though. I don't know what she's got. Maybe she does have the flu. But she keeps blaming the accidents on whatever sickness. I've had the flu before. And sometimes it makes your stomach upset. Sometimes it doesn't. But I think it's more to do with the edibles. It's more to do with the massive amounts of different foods that she's eating. I think it has a lot to do with that. And there might be some nerve damage from her diabetes in her bowel area, like the nerves. And she can't hold it like she used to.
I had a bit of an accident in my pants. So I had to clean up and change. Sahara, hello.
How she thinks this is funny is absolutely beyond me. I would be mortified, to say the least. And I would also be in the shower.
Yeah, well, Chantal, I can look at Chantal and tell right now she's not feeling any pain. She's high. And her little high brain is thinking, I feel so good. You know, I'm so like in the clouds, man, and I pooped my pants. Cool. That's where her brain is at.
Eggs on legs. How did you know? When I coughed, something happened. So I didn't expect
So
that.
all it took for her to poop her pants was her coughing. Could that be a sign of possible nerve damage? Like the nerves are so damaged that the muscles and the nerves are just not together enough to have enough strength to hold things together?
Oh, was coughing. Not to be gross, but I've never had a cold.
Not to be gross, she says, as she blows her nose and wipes her teeth with the same tissue. Can we watch that again just to make sure I wasn't seeing things?
Not to be gross, but
Oh God, you're right. Oh my God. Ooh. You're right. You're right, girl gone wild. She blew her nose and with the same tissue, she wiped her teeth. Oh my God. And she wonders why she's sick. She wonders why she's sick.
Oh my God, I can't take it, you guys. I cannot take this. Not only did she just shit her pants and probably didn't even bother washing her hands, but now she's blowing her nose with those same hands and wiping her teeth with the Kleenex. Who does that? Who is this woman? Oh,
You know what? Let's say a prayer for the lovely people of Thailand who clearly did not deserve all of Chantal coming through their country and just causing absolute chaos. Thailand is known as the land of smiles. They did not deserve dealing with her. What did they do? They didn't do anything. They just happened to be in a place where there was green and she saw the green in the food that was for cheap. And she's like, I'm going to go there and I'm going to do that. But now she's in a room. She's sick. I feel bad for the people that have to clean her room. I feel bad for the staff at the hotel. They have to come in contact with her. I feel bad for the people who also are at the hotel. If they're just there to have a nice vacation and they have to get in the same elevator that she gets into after she's gotten into it, coughing and hacking and spreading her germs and touching the elevator buttons with her filthy hands, spreading all kinds of germs like, say, E. coli, because that can be on your hands if you don't properly wipe yourself and you don't clean yourself. She's putting that E. coli bacteria on the elevator buttons, which can lead to other people getting seriously sick. She's a nightmare. And she's not being courteous. She is not trying to limit her time outside her room right now and just stay in her room and get herself well and be nice and let other people just try to keep their health about themselves. No, she went to the mall sick, touching everything, being in contact with all kinds of people. Then she went to the movie theater and messed herself. Probably left that mess behind. She's in her motel room. And even though she messed herself, she didn't clean herself properly. Probably putting all those germs on the bed sheets and everywhere else and touching different surfaces. You know the maids hate to clean her room. I would.
what is happening right now?
I've never had a cold like this that causes me to crap myself. Hello, Mimi Cherry.
You crap yourself anyway. You got a fascination for poo, girl. I'm of the opinion you have a poo fetish yourself. Just like Salah. He's got a poo fetish and so do you. Here are some things that those of you that you didn't jump into girl world until a little bit later, here's some things you didn't know. Did you know that once upon a time, little Miss Foodie, she wanted a statue made of poo. There was an artist that made statues out of poo. Chantal wanted one. And there was one live stream where a Beezer asked her, like, when you look at adult material online, what do you look at? She said Scat. Scat is poo. And then other live streams while she was in Canada, you know, she talked about the wonders of pooing out in the middle of the woods. It makes me feel so free. She talks endlessly about poo and her bowel movements and and having to go to the bathroom. Like, she does have a poo fetish. She does. It's not just Salah that has one. She has one too. I'm not even joking about that. I wish I were, but I'm not.
Oh no, you know my oh no's by now? How long have you been watching me? Don't take these beautiful things that I got.
Who is she trying to sing? That sounds awful.
Wow.
Shut up, Chantal. Shut up.
It wasn't a very mess. I don't need to shower.
Yes, you do.
You. But bidet, don't forget, is an ass.
Did she just say ew to the person suggesting she takes a shower? That's gross. Someone saying you need to get in the shower. That's what disgusts you, Chantal. Yes, you do need a shower. You just crapped your pants. That always requires a shower.
Yeah.
Each and every time it happens.
Showers.
And not only that, like, she talks about the wonders of a bidet, but she got those little arms. I don't think she can reach behind properly to clean herself. And I'm sorry, I hate to gross y'all out. She did mention once that she used a bidet, and because she did not get the majority of what was down there, like when using the bidet, that it was just nasty. Okay. Like, she doesn't try to, if she has something serious going on down there and she tries to get the majority of it and then use the bidet, she expects the bidet to clean it all off. But how can she do that if she can't even reach around and put the hose in the right position?
So I cleaned up very well.
Liar.
Have different underpants on and wash my hands. So.
Nope. I don't believe it. I don't believe she washed her hands. And I'm sorry, but just changing your underwear is not enough. You guys, she's still wearing the same abaya. You cannot tell me, because she does admit that it's diarrhea, by the way. I'm sorry, this is TMI. I am simply reporting the facts here. It disgusts me as much as it disgusts you. So not only did she not shower, but she also just did not even bother changing her abaya. She couldn't even be bothered to change her clothes. Can you imagine the smell going on in that room right now? You know, I had joked recently on a video when she was getting her clothes laundered that they needed hazmat suits and they needed a hazmat sticker on the bag they put over the clean clothes. I don't think I was far off. I was joking then, but no, honestly, I think this is a biohazard at this point.
Yeah.
No joke.
I'm with you. And let me just take it a step further with what you said. So Foodie messed her pants. That means you got to get off live stream. You got to strip down to the skin. You got to get in the shower. You got to use soap. Soap and water, Foodie. Remember that thing, soap that you don't like to use? Got to use soap and water. Wash yourself. Make sure everything is washed. Make sure there's nothing left behind. No trace of waste. Then you have to get out of the shower. Dry yourself off. You got to put on fresh, clean clothes after drying. And if, say, you've messed your underpants, then the next step is cleaning those underpants, because you can't leave them like that. That's nasty. You can't just throw those into the regular laundry for housekeeping. That's so gross. Like, that's going to take more than 2 minutes. All of that takes more than 2 minutes. That's at least a 15, 20-minute job right there. And she comes back in 2 minutes. What is she going to do? Go to housekeeping and go, here, clean my poopy pants? That's rude. Oh, you're making the hotel and motel people hate you.
We're good to go.
No, we are not
No.
good to go.
I think I should shoot those underpants out though. I don't want to wash that out.
Well, maybe if you did, that would teach you not to mess your pants in the first place. And if I were you, I would throw them out. I wouldn't be so rude that I would expect total strangers to clean a bunch of poop out of my pants. That's nasty.
That's why I have so many. I'm kidding. You got to have fresh knickers. You have to in life.
No, she's not joking. She is not joking when she says that's why I have so many underwear. Yeah, it's because this is not a one-time occurrence. It's not because of her being sick either. That might be making it worse, but no, this happens all the
Yep.
time. I'm sure of it.
Like, you can do anything in life if you have fresh knickers. Okay? I'm telling you.
No, Chantal, not all of us need fresh knickers on hand all the time because most adults do not regularly crap their pants.
Underwear. Comfortable, cute underwear. What do you guys think? Does anyone out there like want to start a business? Don't give that one to the workers to clean. Why do you think I would do that? Never. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. It's either going in the garbage or I have to clean it, and I'm not. Foodie booty. Yeah, foodie booties. Undies market is saturated, but not with
People in the chat were suggesting for her to sell her used panties. Ew.
the right kind of undies, man. Sometimes you gotta depend on depends. I didn't think that coughing would cause me to. I didn't even feel any like bubble guts or anything, like nothing in my stomach to indicate no cramp. I just coughed and it came out.
You know that might be an indicator of nerve damage. Because of your diabetes, perhaps because of neuropathy, you might have nerve damage down there. Because usually the way it goes, if you've got diarrhea, you get a warning sign. You get a warning signal. Like your stomach lets you know it's not feeling very well. It starts to hurt. And you know you've got a certain amount of time before it's going to come out to run to the nearest bathroom, and you felt no warning sign at all. None. It just happened. That might be a sign of nerve damage, Chantal.
And it's like TMI, but it's like you can tell it's because I'm sick. You know, like
this was happening way before Kuwait, way before Thailand, way before you got sick. This was happening back at the Canadian villa with Pete's. And it happened a lot because I remember all the instances when it did happen. You would literally be sitting on the couch and sit there and purposely poop your pants. You were waiting for it to happen. You did not even try to get up and get to a bathroom before it occurred. You were waiting for it to happen. You wanted it to happen.
kind of diarrhea where you're sick.
So yeah, there you go. She admits it's diarrhea, and there's no way in hell she could get herself clean in that 2 minutes she was in the bathroom and didn't even bother changing her clothes and can't even reach around to properly clean herself. So she has to rely on the bidet to do it. There's no way. I can guarantee you she has diarrhea all over herself right now, all over her abaya, and it's probably all over the bathroom at this point too.
And again, I feel sorry for the staff. The maids that have to come in and change the bed sheets and change the pillowcases. Chantal, stop being such a heinous jerk to those people. All they want to do is come in and do some basic room cleaning and get out. You are the nightmare guest. That you're there when they have to clean and you're causing a huge mess and you're sick and you're touching things with your nasty, disgusting bodily waste hands, leaving all kinds of germs everywhere, including E. coli, which can send people to the hospital. And on top of that, you're going to make sure that they have to deal with like poopy sheets and stains just because you couldn't change your clothes.
Yuck. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit, man. Wait, I gotta stay in case of crap. Imagine I was out. No, this happened to me at the movies also.
There we go. So she went to the movies and it happened there too.
Not as bad, but almost. This almost happened at the movies.
No. She corrected herself. She said this happened at the movies. Then she jumped back and said this almost happened at the movies. It almost happening is not the same as it did happen. So which is it? Did it almost happen? Or did it happen? I think it did happen. I think the first one was true.
She said it right the first time. She
Yep.
said this happened at the movies
Yep.
too. And then she changes it to say, oh, this almost happened at the movies, because she doesn't want people to know that she was sitting in that recliner seat at the movie theaters after having shit all over herself. So she crapped her pants, continued to go and see the movie, sat in that recliner for 2+ hours, and then went home after that, all while having diarrhea all over herself the entire time, you guys.
And you gotta best believe that if she had an accident in the movie theater while sitting in the seat, she did not alert the staff that she had an accident so they could clean it up. She just left it there like that. And probably thought, they'll never know it was me. And then somebody else might come in and sit down, and then the mess gets all over their clothes or their skin. Because she's not courteous.
I had to run. I didn't have a bathroom. I'm like, please just let it. At one point, I had to stop and put my hand against the wall and just like stand there and just pray and like, please don't let anything happen right now. And then I kept going. But won't age well.
And she's laughing while she's talking about this. Anybody else would be mortified, embarrassed, would never mention it to anybody. But look at her telling this story. And by the way, poo fetish guys love this too. They love hearing about perhaps things like this, where you're having an accident and, oh, you had an accident somewhere. That's kind of fetish material right there.
Your pelvic, what's my pelvic muscles? Is a lot in here? No, that's why I'm saying this. Just kidding.
So let me get this straight. You have your channel. This is how you make money. And he's making money off of you. But he's someone that he's just a paid employee. You're the employer. If he's not in the room, then you're going to share stories like this. But if he is, you'll keep your mouth shut. Even though you're the employer and he's the employee and you're paying him and you should be able to say whatever you want on your channel, you're letting somebody that's an employee run the business and tell you what to do and how you make your money. This is supposed to be your husband, and yet around your supposed husband, you don't feel comfortable talking about certain things, even though what you're doing is on a public forum and he's going to see it and hear about it anyway. So it doesn't make sense. I am not completely comfortable saying certain things in front of my husband, fake husband. So I talk behind his back on a public forum, even though he'll hear about it later. You're not hiding anything. This is not the girls' locker room, Chantal. This is not the girls' bathroom where you can make private small talk and only the people in that room are going to know and are going to hear. You're on YouTube talking about gross subjects. Everybody's going to know. Everybody's going to hear. Everybody. So it doesn't make sense to try to hide anything from him. Not that he would care. He'll probably get into the stories, considering his fetish too.
Oh my goodness, she is so disgusting. I mean, maybe this is her way of trying to seduce Salah. We all know what he's into, and she's thinking, well, maybe this will get him interested. And no, I don't think this will get him interested in her, but I am really, truly starting to believe that this is one of the reasons he might keep her around, is because even though he's completely disgusted by her and doesn't want to touch her with a 10-foot pole, he might enjoy the smells that emanate from her at any given time.
My opinion, I think it's all about the money. I don't think he's turned on by Chantal physically. There's no physical attraction there. And even if they have sort of the same fetish for poo, just because you got two people who have a poo fetish doesn't mean that they are into it the same way. Like, they can each have different perimeters as far as the different details that are involved that get them excited or aroused about that fetish. I mean, clearly, Salah went to Kai Bella and was talking about that stuff with her, but he did not talk about that stuff with Chantal. So maybe his fetish involves women that he finds somewhat attractive, but not women that he doesn't find attractive at all. And certainly not super, super morbidly obese women. Chantal's very willing and she's down for anything, anywhere, anytime with anybody. But even with that anything goes attitude, he still didn't go for it. He went to Kai Bella. But I think, I think it's about the money. I think long ago, the reason why Salah was so cool with the feety fetish stuff and helping her with that is because she said, hey, this is how I make money on YouTube. I get on camera, I eat a bunch of food, I find people that are into that. They pay me offline and pay me extra money. And whatever it took for her to make money so that he could get money, he was on board with it. He was just following her lead. So if in fact she is catering to the poo fetish guys now and talking about this stuff again and having accidents or pretending to have accidents and just looking for that fetish group of people so they can contact her privately and pay her through, say, PayPal or Cameo, he's on board with it. He's like, whatever you got to do to make money and pay me money, I'm good. So I think it's a money thing.
But he just will pretend those smells are actually coming from someone else and not her. But the smells are there for him to enjoy at any given time. So maybe that's one of the benefits of being with her.
I had Ovid for a month, and that's the same thing I had going on. That's probably what I have, mellow.
So she's admitting that she probably has COVID, yet she is going around touching everything, not wearing a mask, not protecting other people whatsoever at all, not washing her hands on a regular basis. I mean, we just saw her in the mall. She was literally touching everything she could. And now we know that she's crapping her pants and not even bothering to clean up properly.
You know, I'm really praying that Chantal does not have the vid or any variant of the vid, because her spreading it around would just be absolutely heinous. So I'm praying she doesn't have it. For the sake of the good people of Thailand who did not deserve the evilness that is Chantal, they don't deserve her sloppiness. They don't deserve her spreading the germs around. They don't deserve her making them sick or making them grossed out. Will say a prayer for the good people of Thailand that they are all protected and that nobody gets sick because of her. She will not seriously affect anybody, whether their health or their livelihood. Let's all say a prayer for those lovely people. They didn't deserve her. They didn't.
Because I have the worst guts ever.
But going back to I forgot to say this, sorry. If she does have the vid, and I know that the vid affects different people differently. Like you've got different variants of the vid. I had the Omicron variant. That kicked my butt. Yes, it did for 2 months. And it was the worst because it would come in waves. You know, you feel sick as a dog and then you start to feel better. And you're like, I guess it's over. Nope. The next wave is stronger and more severe. It drains your energy. You don't want to move. You literally don't want to move. You can't get out of bed and stand up without feeling like you're passing out. You got a fever. You don't want to eat. I'm not a doctor. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, it's okay to be wrong. I don't think she has the vid. Because if she had the vid, I don't know if she'd be eating so much. She might just be sick with a regular cold or flu. The only way to know is for her to go to a doctor or take a test.
Oh. La four cheese ravioli bolognese is probably not the best thing for your gut. Whatever. Nothing is. How long have you been live, Loshar? Almost 4 hours. Squeeze tight. Clench. Coffee I did, yeah. I think I'm going to switch to tea. I don't need antibiotics. We take them too much. Veggies are good for you? Yeah. I mean, everyone has to go to the bathroom. And everyone has urgent moments. Floodgate.
See, right there. She's saying, this happens to everyone. I mean, who doesn't shit themselves and not even take a shower or change their clothes afterwards? I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah, we all have bad moments. Yeah, on a rare occasion. For you, it's a normal thing.
No, Chantal, this is a you thing.
Yep.
I think you are the only person on earth who is this disgusting. Truly, I didn't even think this level of disgusting was even possible. But I think that's going to do it for this video, you guys. I might cover more of this live stream if my stomach can handle it.
Yeah, so thank you, Girl Gone Wild. I just want to showcase that moment. And we're going to go on to the Twitter stuff. And then we're going to cover them all video. Let's see, where are we? Doggone it. I'm sorry. Just stop screen. Okay, we're going to go on to the Twitter stuff, and we're going to recap stuff on Twitter. All right. Because the shopping mall video really isn't that long, and it's not that interesting. So, yeah, we're adding all this stuff to it. So here I am on Twitter. It's Wow Girl Sarah. For those of you on my channel that you would like to subscribe to me on Twitter and follow me, because whenever I do something on YouTube, I post about it there first. All right, so DX Pizza Blank, he does the recaps of the lives, and here's part of the recap from one of the lives. Someone literally says cheesy bread in the chat, and it triggers her obsessive thoughts. We're talking about food, and she's slowly getting more and more hungry, even though just an hour ago she said she wasn't and presumably had just eaten. And this is why you cannot talk food with a food addict, because that's their rug of choice. You know, that's one of their triggers. That's what they're having a problem with. If somebody has an addiction to something, you shouldn't bring it up. You shouldn't talk about it. You shouldn't make it sound appealing. But yet her beezers purposely do it. They want to see her eat. I guess they want to see her get sick. They want to see her bedbound. There's a lot of feedy people in her chat that's what they're gunning for. And they're being sneaky about it because they're trying to make that lifestyle. I'm sorry, let me take that back. That's wrong word. They're trying to make that happening sound appealing, sound cool and cute, and telling her, go and sit in the seal position. Like it's a new trend, like it's a new thing. Even though you're a human and you're not a seal, go sit in the seal position. They gave it a cute name. When it's just Chantal being more inactive, which is going to lead to more health problems. So somebody in the chat says cheesy bread, and what happens? She starts thinking about it. And what happens when you think about food? You probably want to eat it. You start thinking about cheesy bread and how it tastes and the texture. And the next thing you know, you're running out to the store to go get some. Just because somebody mentioned it to you and it sounds like a good idea when it's not a good idea. So her beezers know about her problem with food, and they purposely trigger her to eat. That's all they want to see. They want to see her stuff her face. They know that she has problems with her breathing. They know she has problems with her mobility, and that she probably needs to go to a hospital right now. But all they're talking about is go eat something else, go eat something else, go eat something else. You know what, beezers? If you guys are interested in eating, why don't you guys eat? Instead of urging somebody else to eat, why don't you sit down and gorge yourself stupid and deal with the health problems that come after? Okay, so DX also says, and we finally talk about the fart mistake. She shat herself in the movie theater and took her underwear off. Ew, and where did you put those underwear? Oh my God. Oh my God. So you were in the movie theater and you took your underwear off. I hope you did it in the bathroom. So question, when you took those underwear off, where did those underwear go? Did you put them in the trash? Did you take them home? What happened to those dirty, nasty underwear? Most of the chats are laughing about Chantal being high AF. She doesn't admit to it, but she's visibly so gone, talking endlessly about food. Yeah, because that's what Chantal did back in Canada. She would get high, she would do massive amounts of edibles and whatnot, and eat a bunch of food and crap herself. But she was more interesting back then because there was a lot more drama mixed in with all those really dull moments. DX also says, someone asked if she tips the employees well. Her eyes shift. She misunderstands the question, insisting she left little snacks, deodorants, lotions, and gifts for the employees instead of money. Really? So those people are working hard to take care of you and clean up after you. You're over there having diarrhea running down your leg that you won't even clean up after. And then you're laying down with your diarrhea leg on the bed. Probably leave some of that on the sheets and you're not tipping them. Boo, Chantal. Boo. Boo. That is such bad manners. You're such a bad tourist. I'm sure they hate you. Let's see. Queen Jellybean says Foodie Beauty popped eight gummies in her mouth, one after the other. She crapped her pants, ordered food twice, blew snot out of her nose, then wiped her teeth with the tissue. Keep going, cutie. You're doing great. Oh, my God. So if I remember correctly, let's see. She did show a bag of gummies before. And I don't know how many gummies were in the bag. But there were like 15 milligram a piece gummies. And the total milligrams for the bag was 150. So she nearly ate an entire bag of gummies. That's why she's getting sick. You're eating all those gummies. And Chantal, look, you're not a novice with gummies. You know how gummies work. You know that if you take a gummy, you got to wait about 30 to 45 minutes before it hits you. You get impatient for that effect. And you keep popping in your mouth and popping in your mouth and popping in your mouth. And the next thing you know, you're like way beyond the zone because they all catch up at once. Lord, like someone needs to come get her and put her in an institution. She's a danger to herself. Okay, so this is from Truth Hurts. And I will give credit to Truth Hurts because it was because of her tweet that I came to understand about how if you're a diabetic, that can affect your bowel movements and your body's ability to hold on to things, so to speak. And so that's why I did some research and some digging. So let's watch.
Hey, Foodie, I need you to step away from the sugary stuff now. You see, shitting your pants used to be a laughing matter, but it isn't anymore. Because you do know that diabetes causes fecal incontinence. This happens because of nerve damage. Your anal sphincter, I mean the little chute your poop comes through, gets damaged because of continued increased glucose levels in your body. So, sweetie, you're gonna need to control the sugar now. Shitting your pants isn't a laughing matter anymore. So step away from the sugar, shut the fridge, and go to bed. Okay?
See, I did not know that diabetes could lead to incontinence. I did not know that. I know it now, thanks to people like Truth Hurts. It might explain part of what's going on with Chantal if she's eating junk foods, sugary foods all the time, along with the edibles. Like her body just can't deal anymore. It might be causing some nerve damage. So thank you for posting that, Truth Hurts. You learn something new every day, and I did learn something new today. Okay, so Tired AF says some snapshots from the god awful 8-hour live. Yeah, that's really appealing. She looks like she's having the best time in Thailand, doesn't she? Yeah, okay. Not exactly something that I would use to sell a vacation package, but all right. Okay, so Perfectly Imperfect says Foodie Beauty is a dainty, malnourished queen. Let's watch.
I look tired. I don't have no eye makeup on. The lighting, and I'm old. I'm malnourished.
Okay, can I say something about that? People may be wondering, like, how is it possible that somebody who's over 500 pounds and constantly eats can be malnourished? Is that possible? I think the answer is yes. Now, just hear me out now. How is it possible that somebody who eats as much as she does be malnourished? Well, it's very simple. When you're someone, you eat nothing but processed junk food, that none of it has vitamins and minerals and essential things for your body. When you eat tons of processed food, which she does, it's loaded with calories. It's loaded with cholesterol, with salt, with sodium. You're basically dumping bags of garbage down your throat. And there's nothing useful in it the body really needs. You just throw down a bag of garbage and your body sorts through it and says, thanks, but there's absolutely nothing here for us to use. We need protein, and we need healthy carbs, and we need vitamins and minerals. We need all of this for basic bodily function and repair of tissue, and you're not giving that to us. So the body is still hungry for those things, still seeking those things out. You know, like we all know about Chantal's hair loss, so she's got the baldness. That could be from lack of minerals, lack of vitamins, lack of a proper diet. Like, she's been eating badly for years, and notice over time that her hair loss has gotten progressively worse. Could that be because of her hysterectomy and not going through hormone therapy? Perhaps it's that. Perhaps it's because of her diet too. You know, if her body is essentially starving in a way to protect itself, the body may cut off unnecessary functions like her fingernail, like growth and hair growth, just to conserve what it can to keep itself going. I've also heard from somebody else that her fingernails are ridged, which again points to bad health. So the fact that her fingernails are not looking so good, that's an indicator of bad health. So it is possible to be 500 plus pounds and be starving. If you're not eating the proper food, you're not getting the vitamins and minerals that you need, you're not getting the proper protein and the healthy carbs, you can be starving and be eating tons of garbage at the same time.
And I am malnourished because I'm, just because you're overweight doesn't mean you're nourished.
And yet she talks about this, and she acknowledges that she is malnourished. Yeah, what are you doing about it, Foodie? You're still eating the junk food. That's not helping the situation. Maybe the reason why you're eating so much junk food is because you put yourself on the hamster wheel of eating all that junk food. But if you ate proper, healthy food, your body would finally be satiated and nourished and go, okay, we're nourished for now, you can stop. Versus searching out for the vital things in the food that aren't there, and it continuously keeps you hungry because it's looking for the things that you should be giving it.
You can starve in being fat. Did you know that? Starvation is a nutritional deficiency. I look tired.
So yeah, I think it's possible to be 500 plus pounds and be malnourished just because you're depriving your body of all the vitamins and minerals and whatnot that you need, and you're making a point not to give it. Donna says, point of view, you've matched with Foodie Beauty on Tinder and are now meeting up for your first date. Yep. The magic of photo editing, the magic of filters. This is what filters can do for you. It can take about 100 pounds off of you and improve your skin tone and everything else. Yep. All right. DX also gave another recap saying instant coughing, hacking, and singing Says she's not going to be doing her laundry with the hotel anymore because it's super expensive. What? But she sat there and ate all of that pasta, multiple portions of pasta, and she can't do. She's not going to pay for her laundry. She's just going to be stinking up in there. It's not that the laundry is too expensive. Maybe they're charging her extra because her clothes are just so incredibly rank that it takes them a lot more work to get them clean, I think. So they charge a little bit extra. Perfectly Imperfect says, Foodie Beauty is currently manipulating the F out of No Name for those super chats and gifted memberships. All of a sudden, she's very sick again and says she's going to the clinic. Well, that's Foodie. She finds someone in the chat that gives her money and she will play up to them like nobody's business. Two-Tailed Caperer says, Foodie Beauty crapping herself is nothing new, but now she's doing it in movie theaters, other public places, and making hotel staff clean it. She always goes back to the wet green flow of things. It's her natural order. Salah will be so happy. His bubbling, thrushy, gushing bride. True. Mrs. Robinson says the gummies are kicking in. Yeah, look at that face. Does that look like the face of a sober person? Absolutely not. Mrs. Robinson also says Chin's crapped herself live, then went on a tangent about diarrhea and smells and TMI and her crappy underwear. It was a very smelly live for sure. Let's watch.
Oh, I was coughing. Not to be gross, but I've never had a cold like this that causes me to crap myself.
It's not the cold doing it. It's just you're overeating and maybe some nerve damage.
It wasn't a very mess. I don't need to shower. Ew.
Yes, you do. I would. I'd be jumping in the shower like embarrassed and scrubbing myself for like hours.
But bidet, don't forget, is an ass shower. So I cleaned up very well, have different underpants on, and wash my hands.
There is no possible way, as much as Chantal has problems with mobility, there is no way that in 2 minutes flat that she went to the bathroom, stripped to the skin, cleaned herself, made sure to check everything, make sure that it was all gone, got in the shower, rinsed off, scrubbed herself, got out, dried herself off, put on fresh clothes, because she didn't put on fresh clothes, within 2 minutes. Impossible.
We're good to go. I think I should shoot those underpants out, though. I don't want to wash that out. That's why I have so many underpants. I'm kidding. You got to have fresh knickers. You have to in life. Like, you can do anything in life if you have fresh knickers. Okay? I'm telling you. I want to make underwear. Comfortable, cute underwear. Don't give that one to the workers to clean. Why do you think I would do that? Never. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. It's either going in the garbage or I have to clean it, and I'm not. Foodie.
Yeah, you know what? You're not going to clean it. Just get a garbage bag. Put the underwear in there and just tie it up, and that way the staff doesn't have to come in contact with it. How about that? I mean, at least be nice so they don't have to touch it. Fondue Pondu says, you landed in Thailand 8/26, 23 days ago under a hyped up guise of travel vlogger with hubby, only to lay in bed, feed, get high, and seal. Same crap as Kuwait. You had done F all this and that was all for a visa run. You're pathetic. Yep. Like fun vacation she's got going on, truly. Fondue Pondu says, this second live has the feel of her being forced to stay on for a specific period of time. This isn't even keeping her company, just weird. And this crap eating incel trying to make people feel like he's in another country. Weird, bro. Yeah, so it is weird if she's letting him tell her what to do and she's the employer and he's the employee and he's looking towards her for a paycheck. I mean, she's supposed to be the boss. If she wants to be on live for 60 seconds, what's he going to say about it? He shouldn't be able to tell her what to do. Like, what is going on there? Why is she letting him tell her what to do and how long to be on live? Queen Jellybean says, Foodie Beauty Chins has now turned into an airplane neck pillow. Not the airplane neck pillow. No. That she rests her face on as she bed rots. Also, yuck mouth. Here's a reminder to brush your filthy teeth. Oh my God. Not the airplane neck pillow. Y'all are terrible, but I love it. Perfectly Imperfect says Foodie Beauty faking sick for no names money. Let's watch.
I'm still sick, you know what I mean? I'm still sick, you know what I mean?
You know what? Sick people don't sit there and drink Starbucks coffee. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you're truly sick and your stomach is feeling all the way off, the last thing you want to do is put something that's acidic as coffee in your stomach, because all that does is irritate the stomach lining and it will make you poop. Sorry. Those of us that drink coffee, we know sometimes it'll make you want to go to the bathroom. So if you're already having problems with that, and if you supposedly have the flu or a cold, you're not drinking that doggone coffee. You don't want to, because that's just going to make you feel more ill. So I don't want to hear her nonsense. Loretta H says, Baha, Foodie Beauty, everyone knows he has your card of money, not the other way around. Also, if you think he's having a lonely, miserable time while you're supposedly getting spoiled in Thailand, you're sadly mistaken. Everybody knows that dude is having a blast without you. Let's watch the clips.
I don't want to make this trigger waste. So I gotta make a list. I don't know. I know I say I don't like shopping, but I think I'm starting to like it. When you have your husband's card and he's not around, it's the best. I'm just joking. Oh, hi, babe. I was talking about shopping with your money, but babe.
All right, let's watch the other one.
The Conjuring thing was so creepy to go through by myself. Like, I want to hold somebody. I don't want to, like, you know, like, I want to bury my face in him so that I don't have to look at everything creepy. So, yeah. Yeah. Enjoy the peace of being alone. Yeah, I am. Overall, I am. Like, I'm not, like, I'm homesick, but not, like, super bad. Like, you know, I'll be okay until I have to go home. But.
One moment, y'all. All right, let's continue. One moment. Let's go back.
I don't know. I'm not sure. So if he doesn't come, I'll have to try to do some of these things by myself, you know. I liked the movie theater, but the bathroom situation was that they need to have a bathroom like closer than that. I was like running to the washroom. Yeah, I miss Salah. Yeah, Krista, that's beautiful. No, Alfie, I don't want to rely on food for happiness. You know, I don't want to do that. Sorry. This is not a honeymoon. I didn't have a honeymoon, really. For me, it was awesome. I was in another country, being spoiled. But for him, Alaska cruise fees. Hey, Sheena. No, I'm in Bangkok, Lindsay. But yeah, Krista, that's how I feel with him too. Like, he's my friend, not my best friend. Of course, he's my best friend, but like, you know, we laugh a lot together and stuff like that. And that's something that I bring out in him. I give him that side of life that he's not used to. Like, he's not used of like being with someone who is just so jokey and like we have these little quips with each other. It's usually probably more conservative type of thing. Like life for him, you know?
Yeah, okay. Like you really have a close relationship with Salah. Didn't you say the same thing about Nader? Oh, we sit and we talk for hours. The two of us, we sit and we talk for hours. And yet, why is it for two people that sit and talk for hours? The only time he wanted you around was when you had the goods, you had the money, and you had the party favors. And as soon as the party favors ran out, he kicked you out. So you didn't have as much of a connection with Nader that you thought you did. And I don't think you have a connection with Salah either. You just keep talking yourself into, we have a connection. There's something special here when there's nothing there. You just don't want to admit that to yourself. Okay, Emma says nice. So the hello there live stream, she only earned $7 in super chats. Yeah, they're really bringing in the big bucks, huh, Chantal? That right there should tell you, Chantal, how boring people think all of this content is. That you just sitting in your room doing nothing, going nowhere. It's not of high interest. It really, really isn't. DX is another recap from the Not Okay in Bangkok live. Says lying about being a sugar baby again. Says she's enjoying spending Salah's money and running his card. What money? He don't have any money. He's relying on her money. So where is he getting money? He doesn't have a credit card. Says she hates how content creators make her seem miserable. We don't make you seem anything, Chantal. We just give our thoughts, feelings, and opinions on what's going on and what we see and what we hear. Even if we didn't say anything, anybody watching your content on your channel could tell you're not happy and you're not well and you're not healthy. Anybody on your side can see that. You're not having the best time. You're not the glowing picture of health. I mean, just look at these pictures. A picture is worth 1,000 words. And you can write an entire book on misery just based on these pictures. DX, another recap, says backhanded comments about how badly her room needed to be cleaned. Says she can breathe much easier than yesterday. Setting up the stage for Salon to not arrive, says it's too close to her departure date. Doubles down the original plan was for him to go. Oh, he was never going. He was never going to show up. She didn't want him there. She wanted to just go to Thailand and just enjoy her time there. Nope. And this is from Post of Cats. How can anyone hate cats? Look at the babies. Aww. Oh, here we go. The cat crawling up on the chest, doing the headbutt thing to the face. Yep, been there, done that. Pick me up for a hug, Mama. I want a hug. What a happy boy. Sphinx cats are so cool. Oh, and my cat looks like a cat that I used to have, Snowball. Looks a lot like her. Gotta love cats. They're cool. All right, so where are we at? All right, so I think we'll just stop it here so I can get on with the mall video. All right. Where are we? Okay, got it. I just got a lot of tabs open right now. We're just doing the mall video really quick, just to kind of keep up with things. All right, so she did go to the mall, even though she's an a-hole for going to the mall, especially while she's sick. Her being as filthy as she is, and she's not someone that she'll wear a mask or wash her hands before she touches anything. She goes into the mall touching absolutely everything. So, you know, the people of Thailand will never do what I'm about to do. Thailand is the world, the land of smiles and people being polite and being mannerly. But on behalf of those who are in Thailand, that you are being offensive to, Chantal, the people that you're possibly making sick and you're affecting their incomes. There you go. I'm two fingers up for you, because what you're doing is awful. You are that awful nightmare tourist that no country wants and they pray never visits. You are that one. And I'm so sorry, Thailand. You have to deal with Foodie for as long as you do. I hope at some point she leaves and you never encounter anybody like her again. But let's get into this vlog, shall we? Let's do it.
Starting a vlog with you because you're cute.
Leave the koi fish alone.
Well, hello, people. Welcome to my vlog. I've decided today I'm feeling a bit better, so actually a lot better. So I'm waiting for a taxi to go to Central, largest mall complex in the world. Bangkok is known for its large, impressive malls. And here we are approaching it via taxi. And my gosh, it's intimidating already. And this is just one corner. It looks super large and super packed. Yalla. Now they do copyrighted music throughout the mall. So I'll be doing voiceovers with my own light music. And here is the first level I entered into. When I'm like, okay, what angle do I tack? Like, where do I go? But this little booth here of cute handmade crafted soaps.
And of course, she's going to go for the soaps that look like food. Whole mall of everything, and she's going to go for things that look like food.
I love these soaps. I always see these at malls in Bangkok.
You know what, Foodie? If you were a polite tourist, you would understand that you are very, very sick, and you don't even have any tissues or a handkerchief or anything to cough or sneeze into. You cough into your bare hand, you sneeze into your bare hand, and then you touch things. You would think that if you were a polite tourist, that you would say, you know what, maybe I shouldn't be touching things unless I absolutely have to. Just refrain from touching things unless you absolutely are going to buy it and take it home.
But yeah, I was just like, where do I go? There's food.
The first thing she mentions is food. The first thing that she mentions in the mall is food. There are clothes there. There are books. There's jewelry. There's makeup. There's all kinds of things. What is the first thing on her list? Food. All she's thinking about is the mall food, eating as much as she can before she leaves. Got to go for the food. And that little food addiction voice in her head, it's going to talk to her the entire time she's there and say, you're at the mall. You're moving around. You deserve a reward. Let that reward be food. Although she could reward herself with something else, like, say, a new outfit or a new piece of jewelry or makeup. I mean, there are all kinds of things to reward yourself with besides food, but food is the one reward she wants the most.
There's these food shaped soaps. There's just so much going on. And it's just like a stimulating overtime every single sense. When you walk in here, it's huge. You don't really know what to do. So I'm just kind of like wandering around a bit, just from all the different food booths, which I will get some food later. But yeah, I really just, for this first clip, I had no idea what to do. I'm just looking around, and a lot of it was just looking around and kind of window shopping and stuff like that. Coconut booth caught my eye. Love fresh coconut water, juice, whatever
Girl,
you
you
call
just
it.
got to the mall. You don't need the
And
coconut water, coconut juice right now. You literally just got there. You're not that thirsty yet.
they had some
Oh,
durian
God.
on this
Back to the
floor.
durian. It wasn't bad enough that last time you went to the mall, you had durian in the mall when you shouldn't have been eating it in the mall. But your first thought is durian. You don't need the durian. Leave the durian alone.
Basically, just a lot of food. There's a few floors.
Notice the conversation. There's a lot of food here. There's also a lot of everything else. Why aren't you looking at the everything else? You're in Thailand. You're going to be there a while. Why not look for better clothes? Instead of thinking about food, find a place that sells nice clothes. You can get yourself a nice top or a nice pair of new comfortable pants or nice new underwear. According to you, you need more underwear because you keep pooping in them. Look for things that you can spend your money on that will add to your comfort, that will add to your cleanliness. The fact that you're doing nothing but eating is the reason why you keep crapping yourself.
In this mall, from what I understood, that with just contained tons of food, tons and tons of food. So you have like market here, looks like, with fresh durian, fresh fruit.
Who the
I
heck
love the
goes to the mall for food? Goes shopping at the mall for food? You might do that on your way out. Because if you're shopping and you got a mall like that, you're looking at everything else but food. You're looking at stuff like, say, for clothes and whatnot. You don't think about food right away.
The lights, the lanterns. get a really cool feel. Just a lot of food, basically. I was actually in a store because I use Android. I don't know for how long, but that's here nor there. And I hit a Clinique booth. And this is one of the hugest malls, right? So easy to get lost. I had no idea where any of these stores were, so it was an adventure for sure. There are 7 floors to the main Central World building, as you can see. Kind of dizzying. Look at this toast. This is my expression in my mood right now. During that time of the filming, anyway. I love the stationary things. I always love having like little calendars and agendas. And I just love all these little cutesy little stickers or something. Kind of cute little stickers for your agenda. Always nice to do if you're like into journaling and stuff like that. Seem to be the case here. And yeah, let's walk out into the middle of the mall part here. Again, very busy, but maybe I can make a plus size moving suitcase. That would be an idea. And so, yeah, anyway, as you can see, the mall is very large, very beautiful. I don't know, I'd say quite on par with the Middle East malls, but they're a bit different. But they are both very large and impressive.
Yeah, like that would be an amazing mall to visit. I mean, as large as it is, you would get one heck of a workout just walking up and down to all the floors. I mean, there are people that go to malls specifically for that purpose. They call them mall walkers, that they use the mall as a way to kind of exercise and just walk around. A mall that size with that many floors, you'd be burning massive amounts of calories just walking from floor to floor and up and down again.
All right, after quite a bit of walking, I finally found the Samsung store. Found a really good 45-watt charger. So I am super happy with that.
Hey, stupid, since you're a YouTuber and a vlogger, I would think that it would be smarter to get 2 chargers versus 1 in case the 1 charger it gets damaged or disappears. Like, she claims to be a professional YouTuber, Miss 100K channel, and she doesn't have the equipment that she needs, and she doesn't have backup either. So why would you just get 1 charger at the store? Get 2, get 3, just in case. You never know, just in case.
And Salah, my dear husband, I know you would love this super dry store. So I hadn't had anything for breakfast, so I decided to get some lunch. And I started off with a lemon iced tea, which was super refreshing. And then guess what I had? You'll never guess. By the way, the restaurant is like really, really aesthetically pleasing. Very, very nicely decorated. And yeah, boom, pad thai with shrimp.
So if you have an upset stomach and like your stomach is really giving you the rumblies and you don't know what's going on with it, would you eat pad thai? I mean, I've never had pad thai. It looks delicious. It looks great. Never had it though. Is that something you would eat on an upset tummy? Or if you had the flu? Because the stomach gets really sensitive when it comes to being sick and the foods you put in it.
Almost eaten pad thai with shrimp almost every single day since being in Thailand. But I mean, it's Thailand. Get it in now while you can, you know?
Oh, wait a minute. So she's talking about, oh, I'm in Thailand. I should eat food that is native to Thailand. So if that's the case, why have you been going to 7-Eleven and stocking up on all kinds of junk food? And what was the deal with the French food? If you're in Thailand to experience the cuisine and the food of Thailand, like the pad thai, Why spend so much money at the 7-Eleven then?
And on the other side of the restaurant, there's like this little area you can walk around, a big panda, and you can look outside. And there's a huge Big C supermarket. Is a popular supermarket chain here, like for groceries and home goods and stuff. In Central World, there is so much food. They have
Girl, this vlog is 19 minutes long. It's like we're at 6 minutes and 40 seconds. How many references to food and talk about food have we had since this vlog began? You keep emphasizing food, 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 food. The mall is about more than food. A lot of people do not go to the mall for the food. It's just something you might purchase if you're shopping and you get hungry because you've been shopping and you don't want to go home and cook up a bunch of food because you've been walking in the mall all day and you're tired. That's when you might think of the food. You go to the mall to get other things you can't get anywhere else. You're doing it all wrong, Chantal.
like I said, dedicated floors.
Yeah, she's an absolute heaven.
Food, and
she's a food addict, and she's at a place with an entire floor dedicated to food. Her being in the mall and being surrounded by food, to compare it, if you're a food addict, if you go anywhere that has food, like a grocery store or a food court or any place like that, it's like living next door to the rug dealer. He's got everything you want and whatever quantity you want. He's got every taste, every texture, every shape, every color, every flavor. It's like, I got everything for you, baby. What do you want? Just give me the money. And she's at the food court. She's at a mall with not just a food court, but food every place. And she's in heaven. She is in absolute heaven. And what's dangerous for her is that A, she's in bad health. B, she's alone in Thailand. She has no control. She has no impulse control. She's very impulsive. And that food addiction monster in her head, you know, it's yelling and screaming inside of her skull to be fed. It wants her to eat a little bit of everything, as much as she can before she leaves. So she's going to have a B moment here in this mall. Yes, she is. We may not know about it. We may not see it, but I guarantee you it happened.
Including the top floor. Bloody Bunny and Dark Rabbit. Never heard of this brand. Have you guys? Very interesting. So as I was roaming around trying to find the Clinique, I came across a bookstore, Asia Books, and I haven't been in a bookstore in years. And I just forgot how much I love like the novelty aspect of bookstores. They have all kinds of like cute stationery as well. And my 12-year-old self would have loved these stickers. Look at these. I used to
So instead of looking at clothes, like things that you need, we're going to look at stickers. How old are you again?
love collecting stickers, including these Pip stickers. I would have loved them. Oui, the baguettes. So
You were right there in the mall and you could have shopped for new clothes. Why didn't you? Why didn't you try to look for new clothes? Come out of there with a new outfit. Why are you looking at stuff that don't matter?
I just had to browse around at all the cute stuff, but I didn't end up buying a book. So didn't find one I wanted.
That's a unique chair. That was different.
Then I came across this other huge food court.
Oh God, here we go again.
Like, look at this cute little
She immediately just zeroes in on the food.
durian stuffy. But yeah, it was this huge food court that was so crowded and packed, and so I dipped.
Yay! That's the only thing that kept her away from the food. the fact the food court was packed and there were people in line and she doesn't like to wait. So that actually kept her away from the food. The fact that she couldn't just walk up to a counter, order something and get it and go. I love that. I love that for her. The fact the food court was busy and she couldn't just get what she wanted right away and go.
All right, time to get movie tickets. My movie was at 7. I was Romulus. This is a bed. They have theater beds in theaters here, but not at this particular theater. But that might have been an example of one. I don't know. Anyway, off to.
I am so glad that that movie theater did not have a bed available in that theater, considering what we know now about what happened in the theater. Can you imagine that she rents out some sort of a bed in a theater and then she messes herself on that bed? That poor theater, they would have had to throw the entire bed away and everything on it and with it. That bed would have been ruined because there's absolutely no way to clean that mess out of a mattress.
Get some snacks. Yes, a drink and a popcorn. All right, and the movie theaters themselves are upstairs. So a couple of floors, I think. So it was kind of confusing. It's kind of like a little maze. The theaters are on like different floors. I was, according to my in theater, and you just had to, it felt like we were just going escalator after escalator after escalator, like just kind of like confused, like, are the theaters on this floor? Like, am I going the right way? And then I realized I have to go up another escalator. So I was like, okay, the theater must be, now on this floor. But no, 3 to 9, mine's an 8. So down another.
Like all of this is just B-roll footage. Like all of this stuff that she's showing us, going up the escalator, walking down the hallway. Did we really need to see that? No. This is Chantal that she can't do much in Thailand due to her bad health. And she's just struggling to find anything to put as content. Like all of this stuff you're seeing right now in front of me, this is basically useless B-roll footage. There's nothing interesting about it. It's just her extending the length of the video so she can monetize it.
Corridor.
We don't need to hear a play-by-play of you walking down the corridor and going up the escalator, Chantal. I mean, these are normal human activities when you go to see a movie. So why are you spotlighting it like you're the first one to ever do it?
Here, as you can see, and I really want to see the movie Oddity, by the way. So I sat in a seating area. I had 20 minutes till my movie started, and I just got a Coke Zero here. I think this is
So she went to the movie theater and she got in her seat. And Chantal knows that in Thailand, like right now, her stomach is not the best. Like she's having a little bit of bowel issues. She had 20 minutes before the start of her movie. Why didn't she go to the bathroom and see if she had to go? Like give her body a chance to do its business. That way she wouldn't have to worry about it during the movie or chance causing a mess or being a mess. Nope, couldn't do it. She had plenty of time to get it done.
Advertising a Thai movie, and I got cheese popcorn. They have cheese popcorn. I've never been to a theater except for Bangkok that has cheese popcorn, and it is delicious, let me tell you. There's going to be a Joker movie with Lady Gaga. That is going to be very interesting, to say the least.
Like all of this is B-roll footage, all of it.
And I arrive at a totally empty theater, for now anyway. And
you know what that means, Chantal? If you're in a totally empty theater and you're the only one in there and you're sitting in a seat and it looks like your seat has a number on it. So they knew exactly where you were sitting and you pooped in the seat, they're going to know that you did it.
And I paid a bit extra for a premium seat, just a bit more room.
I will say that the only saving grace to that chair is the fact that it looks like a pleather or a leather. So if she messed herself, maybe it made for easier cleanup. Thank God that that seat wasn't fabric. But if she left a mess behind, shame on you, Chantal.
Looks pretty nice. And of course, it reclined, so very comfy. And after the movie, I rushed before Clinique closed.
So when she was in the movie theater, she had an accident. She did. She had an accident. And you would think that she would have an accident and go straight home. No. She sat there with that mess going on in the movie theater. And she walked all the way to Clinique to get some stuff instead of going. Oh my God. I just had a thought. So she messed herself in the movie theater, probably left a mess behind. Then she went to Clinique, and if she did not wash her hands properly, she's putting her germs all over the stuff in Clinique. And then you got to think about the taxi on the ride back. Like if her filthy hands were touching anything in the taxi. Chantal, you're so filthy and nasty. Spreading all those germs that far around. Wow.
I found it. I finally found it. It took a while, but I found it. And I'm here to try the skincare again. I used to use it. Luck and lots of traffic. And of course, a ton of sevens.
You just had
Honestly,
food at the food court. You had pad thai and you had popcorn. And on the way home, you're already thinking about food. Why? You're not hungry.
Girl, I was proud of myself for all
Well,
the
you
walking
shouldn't be
I
proud of
did.
yourself for being at the mall and pooping your pants and probably not telling anybody that you did so they can clean up after your mess to make sure that nobody else sat in it. You should be ashamed of yourself for that one.
Today, so yeah. All right, guys, so we're back here at the hotel. I stopped at the 7-Eleven to get some water, some more vitamin C drinks.
Oh, great. So you stopped at the 7-Eleven after having an accident and probably put your nasty, filthy, germy hands on everything there too. Congratulations. You're a germ spreader.
Care Bear water. Oh, and today, before I went to the mall, I got some chesty cough syrup.
Why do we need to see this? Why does she show off simple items on her videos? Like, oh, look, I got some cough syrup. Oh, I got a keychain. Oh, I got a Pepsi. Like, who cares? Who cares, Chantal? Who cares? Who cares if you got cough syrup? Who cares if you got tissues for your cold? These are things that people do every day when they're not well. Why is it for front page news? It's not.
The 7-Eleven pharmacy. That's all. Like, she looked confused when I asked her for like cough medicine. Like, she's like, I have like only a couple things. So, anyways, yeah, I got some of that. I don't know if it works. It tastes like crap. So, well, you know, that's like all cough medicines. And okay, so I picked up a few things at the mall, and I don't know how.
Like, this is the lamest show and tell I have ever witnessed in my life. Truly, there's nothing interesting here. It's just basic items like, oh, I'm going to go to the store, pick up some basic lame items and do a basic lame show and tell when I get back. And I'm going to make that into a video and put it on YouTube and try to monetize it, make some money off these lame items.
I walked so much today, but I think it's because I didn't have a choice. I got lost all the time in that mall. Like,
There are maps all over the mall. You probably just didn't pay attention. That's usually how malls work. On every floor, there is like a little cube thing that shows exactly where you are and where everything is. And because you're stupid, you did not look for those things, or you didn't walk up to somebody and say, hey, I'm kind of lost and I'm looking for this, this, and this. Where can I find it? Just walking up to somebody and asking a question will help you.
I even got lost going to the bathroom at the movies. It was like a big maze to get there. Like, I don't know. Anyways, and It was yeah, it was an experience. It's a huge mall. Like, I'm not used to malls like that, man. I come from Cornwall. We have the Cornwall Square, which is so small, but I kind of miss just saying I'm going to the mall, and it was so easy. There's always parking. There, you're not bumping into anybody. It's a peaceful experience compared to big city malls. And Thailand has, I think Central World is the 9th biggest mall in the world. And of course, me, not cheap, just getting over being sick, which, by the way, I'm not even blowing my nose at all anymore. That's amazing. So, I was just like, wow, what a great idea. But I needed some things, and I'm tired of telling myself no when it comes to moving. So here we go. I picked up, finally, you don't know, this looks like just a basic item. 45.
Why do we need to see the charger? You're doing a show and tell with a charger, really? And some cough syrup? You're not even doing a show and tell with like brand new clothes that you bought for yourself and talk about where you got them and how much it cost and the outfits you're going to put together, which you could have easily done. No, we're going to see a charger and some cough syrup. And you wonder why your views suck.
What? Charger.
Like, if I ever come on my channel and do like a lame show and tell like this, y'all just throw tomatoes at me all day long because I will deserve it. I will deserve it. I would never do that to you guys, but if I do the crap that she's doing, feel free to throw tomatoes at me all day long because this sucks.
I could kiss this. I could kiss this. You know why? Because right now, I picked up this cheap charger.
God, shut up. We don't care about the chargers. Anything else? Is there anything else you're talking about here besides a stupid charger? Can we go forward? Oh, that look is fantastic. I am absolutely living for that look. What do you guys say? Would that make a great thumbnail? I think it would. Yes. Yes, that is prime. That is Vogue. That is cosmopolitan. That is everything. I am liking it. I like it. That is my thumbnail. Okay, keep going, Chantal.
I remember back in the day, their 3-step cleansing system was all the rage.
You know what makes the skin look better, Chantal? I know this may be shocking and just groundbreaking for you, but you know what makes the skin look really, really good? Taking care of the health inside. Eating healthy food. Drinking plenty of water. Getting exercise. The skin on your body is the largest organ you have. And it's an amazing organ. It's constantly shedding and regenerating all the time. If you want your skin to look good, take care of your health inside, and your skin will reflect that. Try to eat healthy food. Go for walks more often. Drink more water. And you won't have to use a bazillion filters to give your face a smooth look. Take a shower. Wash everything with just basic soap and water. Get the filth off your skin to where your pores aren't clogged up. There are lots of beautiful women that they just do the basics and they glow for days. You're trying to rely on products like the Clinique products to cover up your lack of health and all the damage you're doing to yourself. And there's only so much that a product can do. But try some soap and water and cleaning yourself and try some healthy living and see what happens.
And I don't know if that's still the case, but I guess I'll find out. So I just got the 3 basics. It's like the cleanser. So I'll show you that. But it used to be a bar lotion. Remember that? So it's
I wonder if she understands or realizes that nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, is coming to her channel looking for beauty tips, beauty advice, health advice. No, absolutely no one. So her showing off all these products makes no sense to me. She is not a person who is all about health and finding healthy products and things to make you look better, feel better. So what is the point of this lame show and tell? There's none, other than the fact she has nothing else to talk about.
Liquid facial soap. Yes, I have a few different cleansers that I use.
You do
like
not.
I have some,
You do not use those cleansers because we were clocking those towels behind you. They have not moved. You're not using your towels, therefore you're not taking a bath. You don't bathe yourself. When somebody suggested the idea of a shower to you recently after you had an accident, you said, ew, shower, like it was the worst thing in the world. Chantal, let me tell you something. You are missing out. Truly, you're missing out. The way that you feel when you come out of a bath or a shower, you feel so clean. You feel so alive. Your skin feels good. You're missing out. You really are.
I have a cleanser. I have an exfoliant from Lush, and I have that Bioderma I'm trying to get through. But I'm gonna try this. I get bored. I don't know. I can't stay with one skincare product.
And by the way, what happened to the budget? Didn't she say she had kind of a food budget? She had to be very careful what she spent on food because she's going to be staying there for a while. So what happened to the doggone budget? She's going to the mall. She's spending money on Clinique products and all this other stuff. Like if you had a budget and you were worried about the essentials, would you go to a mall and spend money on things you don't necessarily need? No.
Then I have a clarifying lotion, alcohol-free, more because it's more for sensitive.
Okay, so she did like a Clinique haul, which I really don't give a crap about. I really don't care. What else we got? You're really boring me really fast, Chantal. What is this? Oh, she got herself a nice little bag. Again, a not needed item.
I have these cute sample packs they give you. Have a great skin day. You too. So the Clinique here, we have this. And I'm really excited to try some of these. There we go.
All right. You know what? I am so bored with her. I'm so done. Like she's just doing this lame show and tell of beauty products that she probably won't use and she won't care about. She just basically got them for the sake of the camera and extending the video. And I'm not down with that. So how about we just end it here? I hope you guys enjoyed this react. I'm going to try to catch up on all the Chantal content and try to find the stuff that's less boring to share with you. But I'm going to try to do some catch up today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you here on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.